Good morning, good morning, good morning. Merry stupid o'clock, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels. And why am I in such a good mood? Because last night, while I was dead asleep, my brother sent me a text message. Apparently, they are going today for my mom's birthday, and I was scheduled to work till at least 3 o'clock. So here I am thinking, oh, I'm probably not going to be able to make it. But just for giggles, I went ahead and went into the request system to see if I couldn't get today off. And as I was up at stupid o'clock, and I'm probably not going back to bed because I'm stubborn like that, and I really need to clean this place. But, anyways, neither here nor there. Miracles, miracles. I managed to be able to get the day off, so I'll actually be able to go to the birthday lunch. So now, and instead of rushing around like a mad idiot trying to get everything ready and force myself to go to work after yesterday's crippling, horrific news, I'm actually able to have a day off to go ahead and leisurely get this place clean and probably, God knows when the mall actually opens, somehow manage to sneak over there with nobody in my family seeing me and get some sort of gift card before my brother gets over here to pick me up to go with them. So, cross your fingers because yeah, the mall's kind of catty corner across the street, but still, I got a lot of relatives that live in Springfield, and I want this on the. I thought I had time because her actual birthday's on the 13th, and I was just gonna do the email gift card, but yeah. Anyways, cross your fingers for me. We're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we get started and get into the disclaimers, for those who didn't see the video yesterday, the DC Circuit Court has decided that disabled people are not really people. The DC Circuit Court, in spite of all the information on this place that they have at their fingertips, that we have gone out of our way to make it as easy as pie for them to go through, have decided to back the JRC and refuse to have a second hearing on the FDA ban regarding the graduated electronic decelerator. So they're going to be able to continue to use the device. I'm afraid this is going to embolden them, and the Massachusetts Senate is not very well known for going against these bastards. So I have a feeling that they are going to start dismantling the few protections those students have at that school and get the majority of their students on that horrific device, on their disgusting food program, and on food deprivation. So, what am I asking you all to do? Utilize the description box. The templates are there, folks. You just sign your name and click on your senator. It takes less than 2 minutes to do so, and you will assist in getting these practices stopped. I want you to go to Autisticoya's massive archive and share the documents, folks. We need national and international pressure on federal government, on the Massachusetts state local government. We cannot, in 2021, allow these archaic so-called treatments to continue. All right, now that I've said my piece, like I said, you are going to find the link to this 1995 investigation into the death of Linda Cornelison right there in the description box, alongside the other links that I just mentioned, the templates, which are vital right now, absolutely vital. So click on those templates, folks. Let's save some lives, all right? We also have the ever-present Change.org. Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center down, because very obviously Until we get them shut down, this will continue. All right? I do not trust this justice system anymore. I have seen far too much corruption win out when it comes to the JRC. We've got to get them shut down. It's the only way. All right, folks. When we speak about the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please use your headphones, all right? Folks, it is 8:26 a.m., stupid o'clock in the morning. If I stumble over any of my words, go off into an expletive, just littered rant, or stumble over my words, my apologies in advance, all right? Okay, let's go to where we left off yesterday. Issues observed during a site visit to the residence were the following. Alarms and monitoring cameras were observed throughout the dwelling. The tour guide stated the students residing in this dwelling now do not exhibit severe behaviors as the students did when Vi lived there. Oh, for God's sake. The first floor bathroom did not have a monitoring device in case, as was stated, a staff member had occasion to use it. Oh, really? So you don't give a damn about your students' privacy to be able to, use the bathroom and bathe, but, God forbid the staff member feel like their privacy was being invaded. Could you get more hateful or ableist? Dehumanizing bastards. If a student were to use this restroom, the door must remain open. Oh, for God's sake. Really? Really? Because that doesn't open the door to pedophilia and sexual harassment. The issue of privacy should be addressed. Preach. A door located in one of the bathrooms did not appear to be a closet door. Upon further examination, this door was found to lead to an exit, bulkhead area. The door does not have a locked mechanism. Immediately outside this door on the floor was a 2x3 opening into the concrete, exhibiting a sub pump that was submerged in water. There was nothing covering the device or the hole containing the water. A closer examination determined the door was monitored by an alarm. An alarm does not prohibit a student from opening the door. Duh. Sorry. Allergies, phone. Okay. An alarm does notify staff that the door is opened. Ability to respond in time prior to injury being sustained by a student. Yeah, like they care about injuries to the students. Staff conducting the tour stated at the time Vi resided at Franier Street, the beds were also alarmed. A motion detector device described as having been attached to the bed and being made audible if a student sat up in bed or got out of the bed. Oh, for God's sake, really? And people want sleep deprivation, folks. God forbid you wake up and have to pee. The alarm was made audible to determine volume. Sorry, the alarm. The base motion detector to activate the alarm was moved and relocated to a different angle in the corner of the room. Staff working on the alarm reported when he moved the beam, I can box someone in the corner. Oh, Jesus Christ. When he moved the beam. W33 DMR licensors stated monitored devices were authorized by the court. However, the devices are not mentioned in the permission packet signed by parents, BRI program descriptions, or student ISPs or behavior programs. Who's surprised? Not me. Conclusions. Generally, and under 115 CMR 9 when applicable set forth in this body. Under MGL 19C and DPPC Regulations 118 CMR ET SEQ when applicable set forth in body. The rest of this form is used and filled out in DPPC cases only. Recommended protective services. Inasmuch as the victim is deceased, protective services would not be applicable. The regional director and department central administration's attention is called to referrals and other recommendations set forth in this body apart. Okay, there's additional recommendations. That's where they all sign. Data summary. Possible indicators of abuse by act of or omission. Physical injury to victim. Bruises, welts, fractures, sprains, dislocations, burns, possible scaldings, abstraction, lacerations, wounds, cuts, punctures. Okay, so there were fractures. There was internal injuries. There doesn't seem like there's any burns. Granted, that was before the GED. Emotional injuries to victim. Sleeping patterns. Suicidal thoughts or comments. Anxiety levels, shaking, trembling, and crying. Irritability, depression. Eating habits, apathy. Functioning level, other. Possible indicators of sexual abuse. Intercourse, anal sex, physical force used, physical injury, oral sex, other, fondling, none, prostitution, exploitation, none. Physical condition of victim. Dirt, fleas, lice, fecal urine odor, skin rashes, unexplained weight loss, sores, poor general hygiene, malnutrition, other, shock, kyatotic ulcers. Okay, so this is showing you what they have marked. So we're saying her sleeping level patterns, anxiety level, irritability, and eating habits. They don't have anything marked on sexual abuse, although they left the door wide open for it. Physical condition is other, specify shock, kyatonic ulcers. Actions by alleged abuser, slapped, hit, kicked. Other, specify squeezes, pinches, forced. Omission by alleged abuser, access to medical psych records. Conclusions. Did physical and or emotional injury occur as a result of physical abuse? They marked yes. Did physical and or emotional injury occur as a result of emotional abuse? Again, yes. Did physical or emotional injury occur as a result of sexual abuse? Marked no. Did physical and or emotional injury occur as a result of omission? Yes. Did death occur as a result of act of omission? Yes. Is there risk of injury in the future? Yes, to other students. C. Protection considerations. If abuse is indicated, please complete the following. Frequency of abuse, they have marked as more than once. Was hospitalization required as a result of injuries from abuse? They said no. Okay. Suspected cause of abuse. Caretaker's lack of knowledge regarding disability. Among just general heartlessness. Okay, did abuser have continued access to the victim? It does not mark NA or yes. Okay, did the abuser have continued access to the victim? No. Is there a continued risk of abuse to the disabled person? No, they're dead. Does the victim appear to have the capacity to knowingly accept or refuse protective services? No. If their answer to your preceding questions is yes, does the alleged victim desire protective services? No, they can't desire anything. They're dead. List emergency protective services provided, provider location, date initiated, and duration. List protective services offered to victim and refused by victim NA. Is there a risk to other disabled persons, children, or elders at the same location? Yes. If listed If yes, list actions taken. Action plan being developed. Was law enforcement involved? Yes. Okay, and here's a list of all the people that were interviewed during this investigation. And it's a long list, as you can see. Here's the documents they actually were able to get their hands on. I'm just trying to scroll through here. The food exhibit, all of it. It's all right here, folks. And that actually ends our series on the investigation into the death of Linda Cornelison. So, what did this investigation find? That the JRC, then known as the BRI, was 100% culpable in her death, and that they are absolutely abusive to their students, and that during this investigation they found, suspected, and feared that the abuse would continue and that other students were at risk. How in the name of God they were not closed down before they even invented that cruel thing known as the GED? Just, I wonder. And it puts things really in perspective here, folks. This is before they introduced the GED. Think about that. Before they introduced the GED. And this is what this investigation found. And yet the DC Circuit Court refuses to rehear the case. This abuse is just allowed to continue in spite of what has been found in official police investigations, state investigations, State Department investigations, and even the UN Special Rapporteur on Torture. So one has to wonder, what in the name of God is it going to take to close these bastards down? And on that note, folks, we're going to go ahead and close out. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. Feed that algorithm, folks. Get these out there. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Smelling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.